What's up, beautiful people? We are going to compare two chest presses again. The Nautilus Xpload chest press with the Rogers Athletic Pendulum chest press. Comparing the two structures, they're both upright leverage type chest presses. I just like bringing you comparative videos to give you my opinion. Having access to cool machines. Obviously, you can have your own opinion, which is fine. But I'm going to show you these two chest machines and tell you what I think.
All right, so both machines are extremely heavy duty, very phenomenally built. So the nice thing as with other Nautilus pieces from this line is the back pad does adjust back and forth. It's a cool feature. I'm not sure how really useful it is. There's no foot pedal, which is frustrating. The angles of this overhand grip are slightly off. If they were down a little bit more, it'd actually be more chest, but a little bit too much anterior deltoid recruitment for me. In order to actually stimulate the chest, I have to have the seat almost completely up. The other thing is that there is some convergence, not as much convergence as I would like. And the angle of the push is actually an upward incline, so it's a slight incline you can see. I actually prefer more of an even press out or even a press down slightly. Again, from the perspective of pure hypertrophy and muscle building, it's a good machine. The neutral handles are better, I think, than the overhand handles. But for me, overall, it's not necessarily lived up to the hype that people make it out to be. The other thing is the strength curve on this machine is off. The movement gets harder and harder and harder and hardest at the end range when you're the weakest. So there really needs to be a taper off at the end for the movement to be effective in the machine to be worth it. So you can see this is the Rogers. So the nice thing as opposed with the Rogers is the strength curve is much better. You can see the movement arms are angled, so it gets easier at the very end. So the downside of the Rogers is there's no convergence. I thought that would be an issue. It hasn't been an issue with me so far. When I have the seat up like this, it's more of a decline press, and it actually feels comfortable. It's not necessarily a machine I would max out on per se, like do less than 5 rep max, but the way I'm using it here is I'm doing kind of like 21s. I'm using the range limiters and doing the first half range, and then the second half range is once I remove their range limiters, and then the full range. So that is the beauty and benefit of this machine that you can't really get with other chest machines. But overall, the angle of the handles is much better on this machine than the Xpload. The strength curve is better. It doesn't have any convergence like the Xpload, but it's less of an issue at this trajectory of push. And I do think overall this is a little bit of a better machine, and there's more options with this machine. But I'm still playing around with it. Again, this is my opinion. You guys can believe what you want. But two cool machines that I just wanted to review for you. So you can see from here the lack of convergence. To make this effective is you really have to retract your scapula and hold your shoulder blades against the pad and make sure they're retracted the whole time when you use a non-convergent chest press.
So there are obviously benefits, potential benefits to each of them. From my perspective, I actually sold my Nautilus Xpload chest because I just didn't like it enough to justify keeping it, and there's tons of other cool chest machines out there. It's got all the rage right now, but I actually prefer the Rogers machine. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe below. Lots more comparison videos and other cool equipment reviews and workout regimens coming your way. Have an awesome day.